Okay, I know. The Hamletmachine written by Heiner, Müller. Okay, that means, as I have said, that means William Shakespeare wrote Hamlet in 1599, and this Hamletmachine is written by Heiner Müller. This is a long text, and it is a short text, and it has 5 chapters and also 5 to 11 pages. And the first chapter is called Family Album, and that is started with I was Hamlet. Don't talk, please. I was Hamlet. I stood at the coast and spoke with the shark. Blah blah blah. Before this, any drama would want such kind of informal expression in drama. But he has written. Who written? Heiner Müller. Blah blah blah. Behind me, the ruins of Europe. Ruins of Europe. That means, and the bells rang in the state funeral. At the time of a death person's funeral program, the bells will be ringing at the church. So here, Hamlet stood initially and said that bell has been ringing for the funeral, state funeral, and murderer and widow appear. Indicates that. That means that indicates that his mother and his uncle were married just after. So it's a simultaneous incident happened. At one time, the funeral had been observing for state gravity, and at the same time, the murderer and the widow is in fear. And the council in goose state, behind the coffin is the high cadaver falling in poorly paid grief. So, behind the dead body, some person were mourning for the dead. That is the scenario. And whose is the corpse in the corpse train? Who is speaking? It is speaking Hamlet. Who Hamlet? That means Prince Hamlet. So whose corpse is that? That means কার মৃত্যু ঘটিয়েছে এবং সেটা যে গাড়িতে করে মৃত্যু শরীর নেওয়া হয় সেটাকে বলা হচ্ছে funeral corpse train. And for whom is heard this lamenting strain? The corpse is of a great and giver of the state. The framework of the people were of his spectra. He was a man, took them all for all. So Hamlet had been speaking in front of the corpse train, and he indicates that in the state the funeral activities was going on, and the murderer and the widow, they are in fear. That is, they have got married. I stopped the funeral train, pried open the casket with my sword, which broke the blade. With the blunt reminder I succeeded, and distributed my hat marker, maker flesh and flesh gladly joined together before the surrounding gaze of misery. Okay, so he tried to find out whose dead body is this, and he, with the help of his land, that means the soldiers, that means indicates the word in Europe. Previously he has said that in the first sentence he said that the Europe is in ruins. Ruins of what? And also the bland sword. Bland sword মানে যে swordটা হলো ভেঙে গিয়েছে। কেন ভেঙে গিয়েছে? That means he had been serving at the army, and he took part in several years. So this is the indication that Europe is in ruins, and also there were wars in Europe. Yes, and the flesh gladly joined together before the surrounding guise of misery. The grief turned to rejoicing. That means previously they had been enjoying for the, they had been mourning for the death of their king, and now they are rejoicing. The rejoicing, the smacking on top of the empty casket of the murderer mounted widow, murderer, mounted widow, that very indirectly indicated the wedding of his uncle and his father. Mounted means to go up. So murderer, that means his uncle Claudius go up to the widow, that means his mother. Should I help you to up uncle? Open your legs, mama. Look here, that means that very directly he indicates that something is a very postmodern style. In literature, such kind of expression not ever been used earlier, and that was used by our writer Heiner Müller. That means, may I help my uncle, that means the murderer, to get you in physical relation with my mother. I lay it on the ground and heard the world turning her round in the step with the decay. I am good Hamlet, given a cause for grief. That means Hamlet now. Actually, in William Shakespeare's soliloquy, Hamlet's soliloquy is there. Soliloquy, that means a character will be on stage and he will be speaking about many things that were happening in his or her mind. And to be or not to be, that is the question. Faintly thy name is women. These are the words that were told in the soliloquies. Soliloquies were there much from Hamlet, and also many from Abdus, many from King Claudius. Everything, every person in some portion, not every person in that William Shakespeare's drama, many, the important characters, they were in soliloquy. Soliloquy, that means a monologue. In case of dramatic monologue, a character will be on stage and he will be telling. Okay. In the same way, we see here there is a soliloquy, and that soliloquy it is told by Hamlet at the first stage. Okay. So that Hamlet has said that I am good. Look here. At that time, only Hamlet is in stage. Nobody is there. Just like the soliloquy. Okay. Hamlet had been said, I am good, Hamlet, given me a cause for grief. As I have said, that Hamlet sometimes wanted to commit suicide. In William Shakespeare Hamlet, here Hamlet says, actually, what's the reason of my sadness? I should be happy because all the people are rejoicing for the wedding ceremony of the murderer and the widow. So why I am in grief? Okay. So at the whole globe for a real sorrow, Richard III, I, the prince killing king. Oh, my people, what have I done unto thee? So this is Hamlet's space. Like a hunchback, I drag my heavy brain. Second clown in the spring of communism. At the time when that drama was written in 1979, that was the spring time of Nazi and the communism in Germany. And what was the social and political situation of that time in Germany that he was telling? So, look here, the writer Heiner Müller is going back and going up with the combination of this adaptation, that Heiner Müller's Hamletmachine and William Shakespeare Hamlet. So the situation is there. Actually, King Claudius, why did King Claudius kill his own brother to become the king? Isn't it? And what would be the benefits of becoming the king? That is the love for power. So the love for power was there in William Shakespeare Hamlet, and same things will be happening in Heiner Müller Hamletmachine. So power thrips or power struggle is there, and for the cause of that power driven mentality, political system collapse. Not only the political system, the social system collapse. in a society. That was indicated that the second clown in the spring of communism. That means at the time Germany there was a communism and all were happy. But our writer Heiner Müller was not happy for the person who were all power driven, and for the cause of their power driven they sacrificed the social, ethical norms and also the political norms as well. Same thing is rotten in the age of hope. Hope. Never let me go. A drawing man catches at a straw. Hope. For in case of every political revolution, people love to be hopeful. So at the time when the drama was written, that was the spring season of communism in Germany. So people had been very much happy to have beautiful things to be done later on, but that was not actual situation in politics and in social sectors, especially the position of women in a male-dominated society. And for this reason, our writer has written that something is rotten in this age of hope. Let's delve in earth and below her at the moon. Blow her at the. Let's deal in art and blow moon at the moon. Here comes the ghost, and that made me. Looks, ghost means the phantom of Hamlet's dead body. Okay. এই পর্যন্ত এই কথাগুলো বলার পরে হঠাৎ করে কে চলে আসলো? হঠাৎ করে এই কথাগুলো বলার পরে কে আসলো? ইমো থেকে কল আসছে। এই কথাগুলো বলার পরে হঠাৎ করে কে আসলো? বেদান্তা। Here comes the ghost and make me the existing in the sky. You can keep your hat. এবং ghost এসে বলছে এখন দোষ এসেছে দূর থেকে হ্যামলেট দাঁড়িয়ে দেখছে তো বলছে আপনি আপনার মাথায় টুপিটা পরতে পারেন হ্যাঁ you can keep your hat on I know you have got one hole too many I would my mother have one to you when you were in the flesh I have been spared. So he said that actually welcome, and you can put your hat. That means I know you have got on the whole too many. I would my mother have one to you when you were in flesh. You were in flesh মানে যখন আপনি জীবিত ছিলেন তখন আপনার মা আমার মা সুখী ছিল. Women should be sealed shut. Look here in William Shakespeare's Hamlet, it is said that frailty thy name is women. That was a very misogynistic or negative attitude towards womanhood. It is not said that women are confirmed. It is said that women, thy name is frailty. That means William Shakespeare told that all women took as frail. Frail means not confirmed, not string. That means they are fluctuating here and there. In the same way, Heiner Müller said that the women should be sewn shut. A world without mothers. We would slaughter each other in peace. Actually, Hamlet had been studying at the university. When he came back, he saw that his mother has married his uncle. And for this reason, Hamlet had a tension. And that motives was expressed by Hamlet words. That means Hamlet, women are frail. And the same thing over here, Heiner Müller has said. Who could slaughter on each other peace and with a beat of confidence, if life becomes too long for us and our thoughts too tight for our screams, what do you want from me? কাকে প্রশ্ন করছে? Ghost-কে. The ghost is the Baba Pretatta. What do you want from me? But in case of William Shakespeare, the ghost was seen by the two guards. দুজন গার্ড দেখেছিল রাত্রে, আমরা রাত 12টার পরে। আর এখানে হ্যামলেট নিজেই দেখতেছে কাকে, তার বাবার বেদান্তাকে, এবং শুধু তাই না, বাবার বেদান্তাকে তার বাবা কথা বলছে। At that time, actually, Hamlet was informed and Hamlet was thinking. Actually, in case of Christianity or many other religions, it is said that when the phantom of the dead body will returning back to the family and try to contact with the living person, it indicates something heinous. That means they are in lack or they are not happy in their life after death. মনে হয় যে তারা মৃত্যুর পরে জীবনে সুখ নেয়। এই জন্য এখানে উইলিয়াম শেক্সপিয়ারে দেখা গিয়েছিল যে হ্যামলেট গার্ডকে দেখা দেয় এবং পরের দিন রাত 12টার পরে গার্ড হ্যামলেটের দ্বারা হরাসীয় দ্বারা বুঝতে পারে যে তারা হয়তো কিছু বুঝতে পারছে, বলতে চাচ্ছে, এবং সেটা দিয়ে অ্যাজিউম করা হয়েছিল, দুটো কথা বলেছিল যে তোমার বাবার মৃত্যুর প্রতিশোধ নাও এবং তোমার মাকে কষ্ট দিও না। এখানে Hamlet directly asking question to the phantom, what do you want from me? Is one state funeral not enough? বলো যে আপনার তো funeral হয়ে গেছে, এটা কি আপনি খুশি না? Enough for you, old deadbeat? Do you have no blood on your shoes? Actually, it indicates that. What does? He was the king. Don't you have any blood on your shoes? What this means? He becomes the king on the dead bodies of other persons. Okay. So, do you have no blood on your shoes? What do I care about your corpse? Be happy that the handle is sticking out. Perhaps you will go to heaven. What are you waiting for? The cocks have been slaughtered and mourning is cancelled. So that was the direct, as I have said, the experimented style that is done also. There is no soliloquy. Directly the character Hamlet started talking with the phantom. What do you want? Shall I, because it's a customary stick, a piece of iron in the nearest flesh for the next nearest lash onto the it since the world is spinning. Lord, break my neck when I fall from an alehouse bench. Enter Horatio. At the time, the second character comes. Who was the second character? Horatio. Who is Horatio? Horatio was Hamlet's friend. Enter Horatio, confident of my thoughts, so full of blood since morning is curtained by the empty sky. You come too late, my friend, for your play check. No space for you in my tragedy play. Horatio, do you know me? Horatio, do you know me? Are you my friend, Horatio? If you know me, how can you be my friend? Do you want to play Polonius, who wants to sleep with the daughter, the charming Ophelia? She comes on her cue line. Okay. I know my words. What does it say? And see how she shakes her ass and a tragic role. Horatio Polonius, I know you are an actor. I am I too. I play Hamlet. Denmark in a prison, and between us grow a wall. Look at what's growing out to the wall. Exit Polonius. My mother is bright and her boast. Okay, so that indicates the thing in the initial stage of this drama, Hamletmachine.